Sergeant's office couldn't be here today. And so what he typically presents is a flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol in recognition of your service and dedication to not just the state of Texas, but the people of this country. Congratulations, Joe. Thanks. Like you're next.
So, Chief tells you all the serious things, and I'm not as serious as he is about certain things, and I'll tell you that, first of all, it's humbling reading through Carl's file. Went through about 300 pages today. Chief covered a lot of them, but I met Carl in 1997 when I went from patrol officer to a detective, and they assigned him as my field training officer. And so that was kind of unique, and by the way, I'm going to stop just a second and tell you, to show the honor that people have for Carl. Probably there's at least 12 people in here that were in CID at the time, back in the 90s, that are here to see Carl retire. To me, that shows you the respect that he has. But so I'm really going to talk to two people right here in the middle. Well, actually one person in the middle of the room here. So when the retired assistant chief that was sergeant at the time in CID, and so he assigns me to Carl, who's working child crimes and sex crimes as a brand new baby detective. And you would think that I could cut my teeth on like a stolen bicycle or something like that, okay? And you know, if y'all know anything about Carl, he is meticulous about everything he does. And so we started off interviewing people, or I'd be in the room, Carl would interview him, and he's trying to teach me how to ask questions and all that. And so eventually I guess he got some confidence that I might be okay. And so, you know, it's difficult to, you're in a room, and I guess people who are not in there don't understand that you're asking people, you're talking about sex crimes, or parents of victims of kids, questions, and they'll tell you things they would never tell the whole world about. And so anyway, finally he lets me ask him questions. I'm running the interview, and I'm kind of hem-hawing around. I'm having to talk to this lady and about some things I think are difficult to bring up. And finally, Carl stops the interview, says, "Step outside." And I don't know if you remember this or not.
I don't think it happened.
Yeah, it did. So he tells me, he says, "You're gonna have to ask a question sooner or later." So, we're right in the hallway out there. So I eventually got the questions out, you know, and you get used to asking those embarrassing questions and things down the road, but he was a fantastic training officer. I would tell you, if you really look, probably of anybody in this police department since I've been here, and I didn't start until '96, he may have more years of putting people in prison than anybody else that's ever worked here. You know, and that's because of all of his hard work and dedication. You know, so that's outstanding.
Appreciate it, Chief.
So I'm going to give Carl I'm looking for a plaque from the city, or actually, I'm going to get corrected. Where's Nancy over here? Nancy, it's from the police department. I actually said the city last time, and she told me today to say the police department. But it's a plaque that Carl Coates, Sergeant, Grapevine Police Department, in appreciation for 25 years of dedication to the citizens of Grapevine and your commitment to protect and serve.
Thank you, sir.
We actually have more, Ron, we have more stories, but some of these stories you just can't tell. The guys in here know that.
I don't know about all that. All right, well,
Preacher up here now.
well, Carl, I have the distinct pleasure to give to you your shadow box. Now, I was looking at this, and ERT. ERT. Now, some of y'all saying, what the heck is an ERT? Emergency Response Team. 1997. I think we started the team over again, and Carl was one of the members of that team. And matter of fact, one of these pictures over here, that's actually us finishing training, et cetera, et cetera. We had a young man by the name of Canada broke his knee, ankle, or something like that during the course of that training. That's how difficult it was. But anyway, this is for 25 years of dedicated service from August 1st, 1994 to October 31st, 2019. And it contains his patches, all of his badges, et cetera, et cetera. Outstanding, outstanding. And it is my pleasure, sir, to give this to you.
Appreciate
with
it.
true honor. Just want to get this. Okay, all right, now the fun stuff, I hope. All right, so Chief over here said that Carl trained him. He, raise your hand up, Ben, trained me in CID. I had the opportunity to have Carl Coates as the guy who I trained. And I tell you, it was we had a fun time. I enjoyed it. So we want to give you a gift basket. This is from the Uniform Operations Division. I'm gonna put it right here because I got a lot of stuff in here. We got a lot of stuff in here. And hopefully y'all can, when you first come to CID, it used to be called the Bull Pen. I don't know who came up with that name, but it was the Bull Pen. So as a new detective, you didn't get the opportunity to sit in the back. You had to cut your teeth on the front row. And the reason for that, folks, is this. The sergeant, lieutenant, captain, whoever else, when they come by, they drop anything and everything on that front row. So Carl had gotten a lot of reports that us that sat in the back didn't care for. So Carl got all the fun reports. One such report, hence my Hot Wheels car. I'll take it out. This is a Hot Wheels car. Y'all said, oh, okay, Hot Wheels. What the heck is, where is he going with this? There was a place on East Northwest Highway. It was a rental car place. This person by the name of Sally should have been put in jail herself, simply because she will report all of her cars, stolen or whatever, yeah, and we give them to you. Because we didn't want them, so, yeah, Hot Wheels, remember that.
Sally the camel.
Huh?
Remember Sally the camel?
Yeah. Now, I got a lot of other stuff in there, but another thing that I really, I only have about 2 or 3 of them. I kid you not, I only have 2 or 3 cars that I'm gonna throw out. Because, I go to the grave with a lot of stuff. But there was, I think, 2 that I really, maybe 3, but 2 that I really want to talk about, and I have to get close to it. Well, let me kind of jump around. I forgot about to tell y'all about this. We got him a coloring book. Now, for those of you who have ever gone to any training with Carl Coates, understand that he does not listen to the instructor. He doodles, colors, he does everything but. Now, he listens, but anyway, but he has, I kid you not, it's impressive. He will doodle. We went to a riot control training. I thought he was over there taking good notes. I look over there, he had colored up a storm. I was like, so anyway, we got him a coloring book, so you don't have to worry about the color now.
That's just to keep my mind turning a bit.
We even got you some colored pencils. All right, hold up. Okay, this is one, I think I'll jump right into this one. This one is, this is to clean you, wash your hands and stuff like that. Okay, y'all saying, well, but back in the day, I've mellowed out, but Carl, he was a very friendly officer. I mean, I am now, but he was very So, he would shake people's hands. How you doing? how you doing? We were at south end of the dam, Silver Lake. South end of the dam. You heard everybody say, oh no, oh no, oh no. We were at south end of the dam. I'm gonna hurry up, Carl. I'm gonna get to it. We were at south end of the dam. We had to go check on some stuff, okay? And as we were checking on some stuff, we decided to go check the restroom. Now, this old man that's probably about our age, anyway, this old man comes out of the restroom. Now, there's no running water but the commode flushing in this restroom. He comes out and wants to shake my hand. I don't shake hands. Especially you coming out of that restroom. But Carl Coates, oh no, he just shook that hand. And I'm like, he shook this man's hand. But I tell you, y'all gonna hear a lot of stuff in a few minutes about Carl. Y'all heard a little bit. But that was, we're talking about the prequel, if that's the right word, for a lot of stuff. That individual eventually ended up in the penitentiary because he just loved him some Carl. Not in that punch, but he opened up to Carl. That's kind of what I'm alluding to. He opened up to Carl. Guy's name is Coleman. Yeah, he in the penitentiary now. Old man Coleman, he in the penitentiary right now. And my last story, guys, before I go to my last little bit, is when on 431 Scribner, I have to tell the story, I just love it, I love it. 431 Scribner, I can't tell you which lot, but they had a freezer on the front porch. It was one of these two guys back there, put it on Carl's desk to investigate, and since I'm his training officer, I had to go with him. They had no cell phones back then, so whatever the case may be, we had to go knock on the door. Now, as you pull up to 431 Scribner, you should know certain things. So we get out, Carl goes up, walk up the stairs, go up, knock on the door. Nice lady comes to the door, invites us in. Carl goes right in. Me, I go in, but I stop when I see shag carpet and a whole bunch of other stuff. So Carl sits on the couch. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So Carl sits on the couch. And I'm over there saying, man, oh man, this is not good. Carl started doing this stuff. I'm over there now about to laugh. I'm like, so I got you some ointment here today. but anyway, silly me, I'm laughing, but we shared the same car together. We get in the car, we both doing this. I actually remember you called her Denise, and we thought, I'm getting beat. But anyway, Carl, I appreciate it. I mean, everything, man. It's been a blast. I know we worked a lot of cases together. It was fun, but it was serious. Yes, you are a true felony. All these misdemeanor, I would say misdemeanor cops, you know what I'm saying? But all these guys, they get so excited about these misdemeanor things. Class C is a Class C. It's a ticket. Class C is a ticket. Class C is a ticket. Don't get all bent over up on Class C. This man worked felonies, okay? Felonies. And he did a very good job. So in closing, I will say this. I actually have a little poem I was going to say, but I'm not going to say this poem. But I will say, I learned some things from Carl. Some of you may have learned this also. So I will say, I never knew about coon fingering. Coon fingering. If you know what coon fingering is, y'all do? We're good. Because I did. I'm from Houston. I didn't know what no coon fingering is. So I learned about coon fingering. The second thing I learned from Carl Coates is either bend over or break over like a shotgun. I don't know what that's about. Okay, Carl. I got two more and I'm done. Okay. This third one, brain, these are the four I like. Brain Housing Group. He even got me saying Brain Housing Group. I mean, he got Brain Housing Group. In my last one, see, Carl was, I guess, once a Marine, always a Marine. He liked to see a certain way. You got to be straight, you got the shoes polished, whole 9 yards. And if you didn't look like that, he had this saying, Joe, the rag man. Yeah. That's what he called anyone that had wrinkled clothes and all this other stuff. I can't put that other one because it's professional. We're Carl. It's been a pleasure. Love you to death, man. All right, man. Take care.